Yehezq'ėl chapter 27. The word of Yahweh came again to me, saying, Now, son of man, take up a lamentation for Tzor, and you shall say to Tzor, you who dwell at the entrance to the sea, merchant of the peoples on many coastlands, thus said the Master Yahweh, O Tzor, you yourself have said, I am perfect in loveliness. Your borders are in the heart of the seas. Your builders have perfected your loveliness. They have made all your timbers of fir trees from Senir. They took a cedar from Lebanon to make a mast for you. From the oaks of Bashan they made your oars. They made your deck with ivory from the coasts of Kittim. Of fine embroidered linen from Mitzrayim was your sail to serve you as banner. Of blue and purple from the coasts of Elisha was your covering. The inhabitants of Tidon and Arwat were your seamen. Your wise men, O Tzor, were in you. They were your sailors. The elders of Gebal and its wise men were in you, repairing your seams. All the ships of the sea and their seamen were in you to trade your merchandise. Those from Persia, Lut and Put, were in your army as men of battle. Shield and helmet they hung up within you. They gave splendor to you. The sons of Arwad and your army were on your walls all around, and the Gammadites were in your towers. They hung their shields on your walls all around. They perfected your loveliness. Tarshish was your merchant because of your great wealth. They gave you silver, iron, tin, and lead for your merchandise. Yawan, Tuval, and Meshech were your traders. They exchanged slaves and objects of bronze for your merchandise. Those from the house of Togorma exchanged horses and horsemen and mules for your merchandise. The men of Dedan traded with you. Many isles were your market. They brought you ivory tusks and ebony as payment. Aram was your merchant because of the multitude of your works. They gave you emeralds, purple, and embroidery, and fine linen, and corals, and rubies for your wares. Yehudah and the land of Israel were your traders. For your merchandise they exchanged wheat of Minith, and early figs, and honey, and oil, and balm. Damasek was your merchant because of the multitude of your works, because of your great wealth of goods, with the wine of Chelbon, and with white wool. Wedan and Yawan from Uzal paid for your wares. They exchanged wrought iron, cassia, and cane for your merchandise. Dedan traded with you in saddlecloths for riding. Arabia and all princes of Kedar were merchants for you. In lambs and rams and goats they were your merchants. The traders of Sheva and Ramah were your traders. They paid for your wares with the choicest spices, and all kinds of precious stones and gold. Haran and Caneh and Eden, traders of Sheva, Ashur, and Kilmad, traded with you. They traded with you in perfect items, in purple cloths, in embroidered garments, in chests of multicolored clothes, in strong twined cords, among your merchandise. The ships of Tarshish were the travelers of your merchandise, and you were filled and richly laden in the heart of the seas. Your seamen brought you in many waters, but the east wind broke you in the heart of the seas. Your wealth and your wares, your merchandise, your mariners and your sailors, your repairers of seams and your dealers in merchandise, and all your fighting men who are in you, and the entire company which is in your midst, shall go down into the heart of the seas on the day of your fall. The coasts shaking at the sound of the cry of your sailors, and all the oarsmen, the mariners, all the sailors of the sea shall come down from their ships. They shall stand on the shore, and they shall raise their voice and cry bitterly over you, and cast dust on their heads, rolling themselves in ashes. And they shall shave themselves bald because of you, and shall gird themselves with sackcloth, and they shall weep for you with bitterness of heart and bitter wailing. And in their wailing for you they shall take up a lamentation, and they shall lament for you. Who is cut off in the midst of the sea like Tzor? When your wares went out by sea, you have filled many peoples. With your great wealth and your merchandise you have made the sovereigns of the earth rich. In the time you are broken by the seas in the depths of the waters, your merchandise and all your company shall fall in your midst. All the inhabitants of the isles shall be astonished at you, and their sovereigns shall be greatly afraid. Their faces shall be troubled. The merchants among the peoples shall whistle at you. You shall become a horror, and be no more for ever.